Hello and welcome to Cornwall. My name's Andy Paramore, this is Andy's Cornish Creations, and in this video, it's just a quick one. A few friends on YouTube have commented and asked me to do a little explanation of how I make my little spanner cutter for doing, you can see that, for doing a small dowel or tennon on a piece that you've turned. And if you want it to be a certain size, say I wanted it to be, I think this one was 6mm.
Use a 6mm spanner to cut it down to the right diameter.
Basically, what I do, and hopefully you get it in the light, you can see that there's a little line just there, and that's where I'll be cutting it. Just go over to the angle grinder, and not the angle grinder, the bench grinder, and cut that bit down. So we've got the bench grinder, hopefully you can see that mark. That's what we want to cut it down to. Keep it cool in the, I've got some water here just to keep it cool. Okay, we've got the spanner cut down, and as you can see, that is the bottom edge, the longer edge, and it does allow you to hook it under. And that angle, I'm not sure what it is, but I don't think it matters. I don't think it's too critical, as long as it's less than 90 degrees from that side. So anyway, we'll get this turned around. We need to get it close to this size before we start cutting. This is not something that you want to be using for hogging out a lot of wood. That wouldn't be safe. So we'll get it close to the 10mm, and then come to this. So we'll just do that first. Right, so that's not too far off. Now, let me see if I can get you a better angle. So what we're going to be doing is, basically we're going to hook this bottom under, and then we apply, let's get that a little bit closer, but you don't need to be too close because it's the head of the spanner that can get in the way. So what we're going to do is hook it underneath and then apply some upward pressure. This stops, if we just go straight in, then this starts cutting, and it finishes up smaller than the 10mm spanner size. So we bring the bottom in first and keep upward pressure, and then start cutting. You'll see what I mean. I've got the speed. Speed don't need to be crazy. I've got it about 1000 revs, and because it's quite small, that 1000 revs is not too fast. So we bring the bottom up first, apply upward pressure, and then start bringing the cutting edge in. Keep the upward pressure, and there we go. If I want to do a bit more, go along a little bit more, and then I can bring it across if I want to, just to even things out. There. Okay, and if I pop the calipers on it, we've got 10.08 millimeters on a 10mm spanner. for something like that. I think that's accurate enough, but if you were to drill a 10mm hole, that will fit in it, and if there are problems, just do a bit of sanding on it. So yeah, so basically that's it. Main things to remember: hook that bottom under, make sure the tool rest isn't too close. If you get it really close, then you're going to jam that in, and that can be dangerous. I will just add a note, I'm happy doing this. If you're not happy trying it, don't do it. I find it fine, but if you're not comfortable with it, then don't do it. But it's a great way of making a nice even dowel. Okay, I hope this helps. The people that have requested that I explain how I use and how I make the little spanner. Again, when you're using it, just be cautious, and because it's not a purpose-made tool, it's just a homemade thing that you've got to be a little bit careful with. Anyway, my name's Andy Paramore. This is Andy's Cornish Creations from a bit of a damp and dismal Cornwall this morning. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.